An Earthling's unexpected inheritance, an alien wife, and unimaginable wealth wakes to a message she never asked for. Maddie Green. Your claim is confirmed. She reads those words twice and feels cold air on her cheeks. There is no address line. And no sign-off, only a seal that looks like a star with 6 gentle Wingshire apartment is quiet. Her plant leans toward the window like a tired dancer her phone shows. The same message again and again claim, Confirmachi is a data clerk who keeps small promises. She waters the plant, she takes the late train. She keeps 2 simple paths and simple food. So this thing feels like a door that opens by itself. She follows a map made of light that blooms on the screen. It draws a curve across the city. To an old pier, the map shows a time like a drumbeat. She sees it and goes at the pier. A ship waits without sound. It looks like a shell turned inside out. Cords of silver run across. Skin like rivers, and the darker ramp unfolds, and a woman steps. Down, her hair is pale like frost on grass. Her eyes hold a soft storm behind her. 2 more women walk with calm steps. First woman bows a little. Her voice is low and warm. We greet Madeline Green. Maddie does not ask why or how she feels the air. Shift and carry a new smell like rain on iron. She says hello in a small voice. Bring what is yours by right, says the first woman. We bring alliance and home, and wealth beyond count, and we bring a wife for you, if your heart will allow it. Maddie hears her own pulse thrum like a rail-lined wife. Her mind turns that word like a smooth stoneth. First woman says her name is Lyra. The others are Neem and Soya. They are sisters in duty, not blood. They carry a charter from the house of quiet Titus. Lyra opens her hands and shows a band of glass that glows inside. She says that a distant aunt of Maddie once saved a child from a crash in a field. The child was a starborn heir hidden in plain soil. The house of quiet tides never forgoth. Aunt is gone now, but the old promise lives like a seed in dry ground. With one sign the seed opens, and now the house returns, the Grassethy. Say the aunt asks that the grace go to the next, who lives with steady care. That is Maddie Green. Maddie feels a slow lift in her chest. She thinks of long years of small work, of bills paid on time, of kind calls to her mother, of broken mugs glued with patent chasey. Sees that the world may have been watching her all along. Lyra says the band is a key. It can open a vault beyond the ice rocks. It can start a fleet that sleeps in silent orbits. It can light a city that never sees night. But first, there is a ceremony, and the ceremony has a heart, a bond of 2 minds. An honest trustler steps closer. Her eyes shine with a tender strength. She says, the house knows that human love can grow slow and true. She says, no chain will bind, only choice will lead. Maddie feels fear like thin glass. Then she feels wonder like noonlight on water. She says she will walk forward and learn. Lyra smiles in a way that warms the air on the ship. The walls hum like a choir at rest. Maddie sees maps of stars like gardens of fire. She sees halls with soft floors like moss. She sees a kitchen where fruit floats in little orbs and tastes like bright sugar, and rain. Neem shows her a window into the transit stream. It is a river of light that curves without end. Soya brings a cup that smells like citrus and snow. Lyra stands near and shows a memory stone, and the stone is the face of a human woman with strong eyes. This is your aunt. She says she was brave and very kin. Maddie touches the stone and feels a warm press in her palm. She nods and whispers a promise to be worthy. Ship lifts like a breath. The city falls away. Like a picture on a wall, clouds open like slow gates. Space comes forward and wraps them in night velvet and little sparks. Maddie does not feel sick. She feels held. Lyra comes to sit with her. She speaks of the house and its long work. She speaks of treaties made on quiet moons. She speaks of markets where art is traded like bread. She speaks of cities under glass where gardens climb the air. She also speaks of grief. A war cut through the house 1 cycle ago. Merchants became raiders, priests became cowards, captains took bribes. House hid what it could. A fleet went dark behind a ring of ice rocks. A vault shut with a living seal that waits for kin of the aunt that kin is. Maddie listens with steady eyes. She feels her spine grow tall. She says that she will carry what comes. Lyra lifts the glass band. She asks if Maddie accepts the bond of path and hearth, not a chain, but a pledge to walk side by side. Maddie looks at Lyra and sees not only beauty, but a strong soul. She sees patience and courage and a quick, quiet humor, she says Yeznim. And Soya, sing in a tongue like wind in Copperbell's lyra, places the band on Maddie's wrist. Light runs like warm water up her arm and gathers at her heart. A door opens inside her mind. She sees a map of threads. Each thread is a choice. Each choice can shape. Many live. Slara puts her forehead to Maddie's for a long breath. Maddie feels a tide move through her. She is not lost in it. She floats and then stands now. The vault waits one. The ship slides into the ice ring. The view is pale blue and silver. Great stones turn slow like sleeping giants within them. Tiny lights blink and federators show their teeth in the dark, thin ships with rust hearts and hungry crews. They want the vault. They wait for any sign that the seal has a weakness. Maddie feels a small heat at her wrist. The band whispers a pattern. She fills the pattern with her will like tracing a shape, and sand raiders close in. Neem calls out ranges. Soya holds the field line steady. Lyra looks like a calm flame. Adi says hold course. Her voice is low and firm. She is a clerk who has counted and checked and fixed small things for years. Now she counts stars and checks vectors and fixes a path through. Dandra's signal blinks on the right flank. It is a weak call for help from a small craft bait. Maybe real, maybe. Buff. Maddie feels the pull to save. She remembers the ant in the field long ago. She says they will help, and they will not be foolish. Asks for a scan layered 3 ways. She asks for a mere drone to echo their heat. She asks for a shield curl shaped like a leaf. Lyra watches with bright pride. She says, do with drone flares, and the raiders turn toward the false heat. The small craft is real and broken inside are miners with dry lips, and scared Ice Matey sends a tether that looks like silk. She takes them in without slowing much. She does not boast. She keeps the course like a needle keeps. North Vault stone rises from a swirl of ice. It looks like a mountain that learned how to float on its side. Is a mark like a palm print made by light. Band guides her hand to the mark. She presses without fear. A tone hums through the ship like a note from a giant Seleth. Mountain opens like a mouth that smiles. Inside are rows of sleeping ships, like seeds in a pod. Each one holds gardens and libraries and workshops and schools. Maddie sees that the wealth is not only gold or numbers, it is a way to build and to heal. It is light and land and time. And Toolsley raiders come back with teeth bared. They fire coils that look like dark.
Ow.
She asks for the old house code that calls not for war but for witness. She sends it into the darkened raider decks. Some hands fall still, some eyes look down. Some crews remember mothers and teachers and the taste of clean water and safe. Want Townstwo ships cut power and drift. 1 limps away. 3 do not care and charge with hot heart. Soya bends the field lines. Like reeds in a river, Neum paints a net across the path. Maddie opens new ships from the pod and sets them to guard like quiet oxenth. First raider hits a soft wall and sleeps. The second sees a mirror and bites at its own shadow. Third comes hard and near. Its captain laughs like dry leaves. Maddie chooses. It's a human move. She opens a channel and speaks plain. She calls the captain by name. Because the band knows old lists, she tells him the house will give food and medicine if he sets down guns today. She tells him that a city of work waits, and he can join or pass by but not destroy. Sneers at first. Then he sees the fleet wake like dawn across ice. He sees miners rescued and safe. He sees no dead fire and no cheap trictious laugh. Stops his ship, slows, he cuts power, and Wheatslera looks at Maddie with full light in her eyes. Neum and Soya let out the breath they held. Vault is theirs, and also the work it holds. Weeks pass like new pages. Maddie learns the language of the house and its hand signs for fast talk and heat or smoke. She walks the gardens that grow under starlight lamps. She helps build a market where songs by tools and tools by Seedslera shows. Her, the old halls where art from lost worlds waits in. Cool rooms. Maddie sets teams to clean and catalog and share with Karethi. Miners find jobs and send quiet. Thank some raiders, choose amnesty, and a new start. Some slip away like fish when a net lifts snow. One calls Maddie a queen. She does not sit on a high chair with gold arms. She works with lists and maps and small fixes. She smiles when a pump hums. Smooth she rests. When she must at night, she sits with Lyra on a warm deck and watches 2 suns rise beyond the ice. She asks for stories of childhood on glass plains and river schools. Lyra Asks for stories of rain on rooftops and cheap diners and music from street corners. They lean together and breathe slow and easy. Their bond is not a chain, it is a bridge. In night a signal comes. From a far gate, the raiders who would not listen now follow a new flag. They plan to break the vault and take what they can, torch what they cannot. Maddie calls a council. She is steady, but not hard. She listens to engineers and farmers and pilots. An artist, she hears fear and hope and pain and wilsh. Says the house will not run. It will stand and show a better way in full light. But it will also guard what is needed to build a kinder world.